Okay, so you got my 2 cents just a few days ago about the upcoming electric Mini Cooper and the 3-door variant. Now we have the unwrapped, uncamouflaged Mini Countryman SE just released today. So I'm gonna give you my 2 cents, my first 5 thoughts on this one. So let's go ahead and dive in. I'm looking at these for the first time as well. So let's see what we see in these shots. As we can see, the headlights are a different shape as the 3-door. The 3-doors are more round circles, kind of like that on the F56 here. But these are not quite as round, and that kind of falls in line with how the Countryman headlights have always been, right? We've got the first gen R60 Countryman. Those headlights were not round at all. Then the F60 Countrymans also didn't have round headlights. So this one is just following in that trend where the Countryman keeps that more angular headlight look. But it seems to be the similar front end look as the 3-door overall, with a little bit more height on that upper grille. There'll probably be a lot of sensors and cameras up there in that. But again, we're getting rid of that clamshell hood, and we now have a traditional hood, or bonnet, as you would say, over across the pond. All right, let's keep moving around to the side of the car here. I'm gonna go to the next few images. Again, we're getting rid of that side scuttle indicator, and it's a much more smooth front quarter panel. But unlike 3-door, this one retains the plastic molding around the wheel arches. So there's a difference there. These aren't all going to look the same, and maybe the internal combustion powered 3-door will as well. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see when we start to see some spy shots of that released soon. Continuing around, we have the recessed door handles now. The stance looks higher, and the roof slope tapers off. It just appears to physically taper off a bit more than previous generations. We've got the more raked windshield, which is consistent with the 3-door, obviously more aerodynamic, so that's why we're seeing that. And then we have this interesting cutout down into the right behind the C-pillar. That looks like where the model indicator was on the side scuttle is now located. And this one, it looks like it says all 4. So in these spy shots, I'm imagining that this is the dual motor variant of the Mini Countryman SE. All right, let's go around to the back, take a look at the back. We're making our way along here. We've got the charge port door on the same rear quarter panel on the passenger side here in the US. On the back, we still have the shark fin antenna, smoother antenna. This one is a different color than the roof itself. So like I said in the previous video, which if you haven't seen that, go check that out for my thoughts on the 3-door shots that we've seen. But this one has the contrast that I was talking about. We have a white roof with it looks like a gloss black antenna cover, which kind of matches those roof rails. One thing I really do like about these spy shots that we're seeing is this rear hatch door. The entire door is flush, like it is in the R60 Countryman. I really like that, where it's kind of uninterrupted with just some badging, and the cutout for the license plate is below that hatch opening. I'm a huge fan of that on the R60. Not a huge fan of that license plate cutout in the F60s. So I'm glad we're going back to this, where it's just one large piece of sheet metal here. And those tail lights, again, they kind of look like a LED matrix, so you probably will be able to control, to some extent, the design of your tail lights. These ones obviously have a very different shape than that 3-door that we saw that had a little more of a triangle. These ones maintain that traditional rectangle shape to them. So I think most people will probably like this rear end a little bit better than that 3-door one. But again, these are grainy spy shots. We'll have to wait and see when we get some official shots and can start to see it in person. As I mentioned in the video for the 3-door, that third brake light seems to have moved up into the body itself, and it's out from behind the glass and up there on the body. So it's much like we're seeing on the old Clubmans that are RIP, no longer going to be with us. The third brake light moves up into the body, and instead of being behind the glass. So it seems like that's maintaining a consistent design across all these. We got that third brake light up there. We'll have to wait and see what the F66 ICE version of the car will be. But so far, from what we've seen from the unofficial and the official spy shots, this third brake light appears to have moved up into the body trim. It appears, and again, it's tough to tell from the images, but the departure angle off the rear end seems like it's slightly bit higher, because that back end kind of tapers up at the bottom. So not that you do a whole lot of off-roading with your Countrymans, but I occasionally definitely go off-road. and that departure angle appears to be different. But again, this is the electric version, which doesn't have a tailpipe, so maybe this has a slightly different spoiler than the ones that will have to have some exhaust pipes there. I'm really interested to see how that let's call it blade on that right behind the C-pillar affects visibility out the back end. I'm really interested to see how that's going to appear from the inside looking out the car. But otherwise, I like it. The badge I wish was a little bit bigger on the back, the mini badge, but otherwise I'm a fan. Oh wait, do we have a shot of the taillights? We do have a shot of the taillights in this one where you can see a little bit of that Union Jack design. So yeah, again, I think it's that LED matrix that you might have some control over what your taillight design is going to look like. So yeah, that's going to be it. Just a quick 2 cents again of another Mini that's going to be coming out in the 2024 model year, presumably the fully electric Mini Countryman here. And again, if you haven't seen my video where I give my 2 cents on the 3-door electric Mini Cooper, go check that out. I'll leave a link down in the description for that. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on these newly released spy shots on this Mini Countryman SE fully electric version. Let me know down in the comments below what you think about the shots you've seen so far. Hopefully in a few days, if the pattern continues, we'll see some official shots released from Mini themselves. And I imagine we'll probably see some uncovered shots of the ICE-powered versions of both of these cars in the very near future as well. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Again, leave your comments down below what you think about these shots. Tell me if I missed some details there. Subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss any more of my thoughts that you didn't ask for on these upcoming 4th gen Minis. And as always, when you see other Minis out there, don't forget to wave. I'll catch you all in the next one.